Blackness. I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. I said, in a dream, to my dog, Scutch. It's the hinges, it's the doors, through the windows, down the hallways. It's the memories, it's the confectionaries, relative connections, guides my impressions. The walkways into Royal, tiny entrance, huge foyer. Loose items, socket holes, shoes bump, rubber on rubber, soles on soles. Plastic tubes, very dry tissue paper, lotions, potions, and lubes, the sacred drug cabinet padlock. Impossible breaths, improbable depths, untold debts, regrets, not unforetold deaths. No further, no farther, more sooner, less thereafter. Black and white, aisles, glass light, the funeral of my father. Drinks, Heil Hitler. Watch a baby smile, smile back, laugh and walk. Faces and faces, too many to count, too many traces. Places and places. I haven't been, I haven't seen. Back to work, back to writing, plugging and planning, quietly plotting, when angelic electronic bells comes calling. I took the call at Graymite. Catherine's crying. Now I'm crying. Idiopathic vestibular disease. It's like Vietnam for Springer Spaniels who didn't vote for Nixon but saw Charlie in the trees. Spinning around in a nausea vortex, snorting through the ashes of Jeffrey Epstein's Rolodex. Callum came in the chariot. We drifted through town and discussed something that was almost nothing. Dropped at Mum's. Scutch isn't there. Of course, he's at the vet, but he's booked to be put down at 7. I call the vet. I ask to see him. The vet says I can see him, but only for 30 minutes, and then he's put down right after. I repeat, I'm allowed to see him, but only for 30 minutes, and then at the end, we have to put him down. But what about the 7 o'clock booking? I'm not trying to speed up this process. Aw, I'm sorry. It's not me or you. It's just our policy here at the Redacted Cove Veterinary. I say, I understand, but I don't understand. And I just want to spend some time with my dog before he's dead. She explained or reiterated typical proportional protocol. I envisioned a Gatling gun ripping down that bloody hellish sound. I put the phone to my side. I look out the window. I see the birds. I search the sky. I see the birds. I search the sky. Miss, I don't know your policies, but I haven't seen this dog since he fell ill. He's my dog as much as anyone's. Please, can I see him? For how long? Like an hour, at least. Okay, sir. I think we can do that. Please let me call you back. You got it. Minutes. Pointless minutes. Marks of miniatures, of minarets, of minutes. She calls back. Okay, Mr. Gibson. The veterinary can organize. You can come see your dog now. 1 hour with your dog, then you leave. Then you return later for the euthanasia appointment at 7. Eureka! I'll be there in 15 minutes or less. Once again, I called upon the sweet timely chariot I call the Cleanmobile. I'm waiting, hugging Mum. One last prayer for mercy. Let's go kill my dog. Now is the time to face the music, to take the truth and see if the shoe fits. Look death in the eye. Learn the truth that you are truly alive. See, below and above, God, hell, earth, fear and love, all the same shit you somehow still now need reminding of. We pull up. Callum joins me. We get through reception, sequestered into a small room I'd been in before. 1 year prior, me and Scutch were here, getting the lumps on his body checked. But this shit is apparently most likely a brain tumor. Honestly, what can anyone say? Can anyone do? The vet, opened the door and held it. Through came another vet with Scutch. He was so bad. He was very poorly. He was imbalanced, crying, moaning, and he wanted his mommy. They placed Scutch on the floor in a bed. I knelt down and I cradled his head, crying, barely saying words, barely making sense, telling him, "It's okay now. It's all right, boy." Back on the phone, they told me 1 hour. So I had started a timer that in defense could be shown. However, as soon as I saw Scutch's state, I knew no vet was making me leave this dog until he makes his appointment. He kept trying to get up, but he just couldn't no more. It was visually clear he was completely and utterly fucked. All I have left is this time beside him. I didn't think he'd get sick so quick. At the wake for my father, Scutch was running around, the picture of health, and I do say picture. There was one moment, a few months back at Mum's, Scutch and me sleeping on my bed. In the middle of the day, I'm awake with my eyes closed, drifting. I can feel the soul of this dog. It's like we're both dreaming. Just as Scutch starts to sleep, he yelped in pain and jumped up as if to regain his balance. He ran out of the room, and I thought nothing of it other than fear he lost trust in me. That Must have been the disease. I never connected his lack of balance, shaking knees. I just didn't see. Callum left to pick up Maeve and Mum. I waited as vets continued to show up, and the vets never asked me to leave, for I was on the floor in a pool of tears, more scared than ever before. Mum, Maeve, and Callum came back to us. I've been here for hours now. I couldn't leave. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't even conceive. I say to Mum for the appointment, it should be just us, right? Yes, Mum says. That's most of who it was. Mum, Catherine, and me. Must have been 2015. Lucy Lou, our beloved cat, died some months prior. I wasn't even a dog person back then. We had Lucy Lou put down in the same veterinary, but to the left of the receptionist's desk. I remember her levels were as if she had drank antifreeze. When we had her put down, that was my first experience with grief. I'm ashamed to admit I felt so very little when my grandfather died. I loved everything about him, but I just never really knew the man. Strange thing to share a first and last name. Decades and decades of situations, of bastardizations and accents. The things you say, the things you do, the things you say you'll do, and the deliberate accidents. But back to the cat, the most playful pussy ever. And she loved Dad, and Christ, did Dad love her back. Picture it, my disabled father, in an electric wheelchair, a cat curled up on his lap, more evil looking than Darth Vader. Funny, I could tell Mum was eager to get a dog, but back then I was still heartbroken over losing our cat. Although I was totally game, bringing a dog, why not? I was still in secondary school, many moments not yet had. Mum found a dog off a breeder down south. It was a sunny day. We pulled into the farm. Met the woman, the dog breeder supreme leader. She walked us through the trees to a metal barn. The wind made the light green leaves weave. Back and forth. Back and forth. Scutch, he ran out of the barn. He saw us talking to the dog breeder. It was a corrugated barn, and when he got halfway to us, he stopped. And he stared. Catherine crouched down, and he saw the sign. He ran through the dirt, dust, sunlight, and straight into Catherine's wide open arms. I knew. You would have known. This was our boy, Scudder Dog, our hero, our Riddle Dog. The vets walk in and explain the euthanasia process, showing a leaflet of urns with no price tags written out of politeness. We sign the consent form. I try not to overthink what Scutch would choose for himself. Not that situational assessments was Scutch's specialty. He would follow you almost anywhere if you had chicken. He didn't fight, play, try to deter. He accepted it like I knew I wouldn't be able to. Oh my God, how everything I do is lies, is untrue. Such a deep, unruly need to perform. And so did that doggone dog. A dance to dance away, a trance to transcendently pass away through. And so did Dad. That guy. I bet he didn't even need that fucking wheelchair. Just a silly little game of shadows play. For the ducks with the bread, for the gods to impress themselves upon. And just like that, I'm 27. Just like Jimbo and Amy. Wouldn't it be the perfect punchline if I don't die tonight? Won't it be so funny when I never, ever die? Go on living for the next 1,000 years. To my sisters, I'm so glad you're not like me. Watching you two create the lives you deserve for yourselves is one of the greatest privileges of my life. But I'm out here, in the snow, with Dad and the dog, and asking me what I'm going to be doing next week is like asking Santa Claus where he's going to be on Christmas Eve. The dreams continue. I was in Mum's kitchen. I knew Scutch was dead, but the structure was suspended in liminal space. Instinctively, intuitively, I leaped upon the table. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on home. One more time. Please. And he came. I held him once more. I brushed away the snow, and I picked away the ice. And he smelt like the outside moss and pine wood, the river, cedar wood, and innocence. I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. Here it is. I don't know what happened when I was a child. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. And I don't know what's going to happen now. But I can tell you, I'm lost, I'm sorry, I'm asking for one more chance to fix it right. Finally, I dreamt me and Dad spent a whole day in a modernist beachfront residence, avoiding each other. Or rather, I was avoiding him, and he lingered close behind. I don't remember the middle, but in the end, I was sat with him peacefully, my hand holding his arm, and he said, I'm glad we could spend this time together. I said, me too, Dad. I said, me too, Dad. I said, me too, Dad. I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm learning to let go. Blackness.